$10 and they still hadn't got. They kept ping. They think they got. Some of these people think you get to choose your driver. You get the closest driver. So it was kept being me. So that's
Right,
what happened
right.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
So they lost $10 because they kept canceling too late, and I kept canceling, and then I got $10 for not taking them anywhere. It was
Mm-hmm.
great. Yeah, they were mad.
Mm-hmm.
They were so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Kids.
Yeah, so I had it was my comedy car with these drunk kids. Then I had a married couple, and the guy was drunk and a jerk. Okay, so this
Jerk.
wife was so sweet, and she was telling me how they just bought a new house, and he's in the back going, "I hate that house." And he just wouldn't stop, and she kept going, "Oh, don't say that, don't say you hate that." And I was getting nervous, like he was almost like borderline abusive. He was abusive,
Yeah,
like meant, you know what I mean, like talking so like nasty to her. And I kept thinking, what must go on when they get home?
I know.
If he's
that's
doing
scary.
this in the car with me, and then he's trying to get me into it, like to fight with her too, to like,
Oh, jeez.
he's like,
Yeah.
right, Uber driver, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They get. Yeah, a lot of people cross the line. I got my car set up now. I actually enabled like child. I had to put some child safety guards on my car, so they can't. So the kids can't ruin my car.
What?
I made it because people were trying to turn the volume all the way off. They were like grabbing the controls while I was driving. So I set it. I put it on this child setting where the volume only goes up so high and the doors automatically lock. And
Oh, you
like
have
all
a setting in your car to do
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, my car. I have some, and I also banned certain channels from myself from playing because they were just too filthy, like some of the rap stations, and
Mhm.
I accidentally left them on with more like modest passengers, like not thinking about it. So I
Right.
banned the ones with all the bad words, and yeah, these kids are out of control. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
But I guess we all have our days.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly had my meltdown this past week that I told you about. Like, can't be a lesbian anymore.
Yeah, so tell me about this. You lost your gay card too.
I lost my gay card, I think, permanently because I think I might be banned from U-Haul.
So, what is a lesbian to do when they get banned from U-Haul?
I don't know. I wish if anyone's got any answers, I'd love to hear it because I'm gonna have to book any future U-Hauls under a pseudonym. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no.
Well, I was trying. I have a retro camping trailer, and Sherry and I are still moving our stuff back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get a hitch on my new car instead of using my dad's car that I gave to him to haul it back. I wanted to get a hitch on my new car, so we went ahead and made an appointment. I called up U-Haul, and they said, "Well, we have an appointment. You can have an Ithaca today at 3:00 or 4:15 p.m. I'm sorry." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "That sounds good." I'm like, I'm like, "All right, so let me call." I decided to call the Ithaca branch just to make sure. So I call the Ithaca branch. I answers. The lady picks it up. Yep, I see it in here I see it in here at 4:15. Okay, great. So I drive out to Ithaca. I show up. There's no ladies at the counter or anything. There's like this broken down old like hillbilly guy sitting there at the counter. I go, "Hi, I'm here for a 4:15 appointment to get my trailer hitch put on." He goes, "Well, you're not getting that done today." I'm like, "I just called here. I have an appointment." I pulled up, I had an email confirmation showing that I had an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Well, I don't see that in my system." I'm like, "Well, I just talked to somebody on the phone who put it in the system," and he pulls it up. He says, "Well, that's not till Monday." I'm like, "What the?" So now I'm getting mad, because first of all, he wasn't like, "Let's sort this out" or anything. He was just like, "Nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing it." So I lose my mind at this point. I went absolutely postal crazy at this guy because like he's just saying, "Yeah, no, you don't have an appointment, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, I talked to a lady and I said her name." He goes, "Well, that's corporate office. So when you call a local phone number, you're actually talking to the corporate office of U-Haul, not the actual branch like I thought. So they screwed up the appointment. I have my meltdown. The guys, we're swearing back and forth at each other in the parking lot because I'm so mad I drove a whole hour out there, to have this done. And they're telling me they can't do it. So the guy went and hid inside the garage and shut the door.
Stop it.
Yes, I was lost my mind. I got that mad. And then I called U-Haul and they didn't care, and so I'm pretty sure I'm banned. So that's what happened. And
so you'll have to use Sherry's name to rent the U-Haul truck.
Yeah, but she's got the same last name as me. So
that's true, you guys.
They're probably going to be like, nope.
Nope.
It looks like we're probably going to be moving in about a month, so I don't know what we're going to do. So when you're a lesbian banned from U-Haul, what does that make you? It makes you nothing.
You're
nothing.
I don't know what you are now.
You're absolutely nothing.
So
I'm no longer a lesbian, I guess.
Well, the good news is you sold your house.
We did sell our house, and we're putting an offer in on a different house tomorrow. So. Yeah.
So your
dorm room days are ticking down.
Ticking down to the tiny house living.
Yeah.
And you're moving into a bigger house.
It was a fun experiment, but
it's an experiment. It was a lesson.
I think it was a good lesson.
It was a lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on? So I drove the Uber. I was gonna do an old MBB.
Yeah, what do you got?
The old, well, you know what? Let me save that. Let me tell you what happened, though. Did you know, so Danielle took the dog, our dog, the one who's not over here screaming, Max, to the vet, and she came home and she was so proud that the vet said the dog was perfectly healthy and he didn't call the dog fat.
Oh, that's good.
So he didn't say the dog. It was a female. It was a new vet. Like, she shops for vets that will tell her that the dog is not obese.
Not fat.
Not obese.
Because the dog has been called fat how many times now?
Right. Well, every vet says the dog is obese. Those are the words.
Obese, right.
Yes. So she vet shopped till she found one that claims that he is not obese.
So is that what we should do? Is that what you and I should do?
That's what I was wondering. Well, I was wondering if this vet's taking new patients.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see if we can get in the vet.
Go to that vet and you can tell me I'm perfectly healthy.
Well, I told you we have a new I just shared with you today that we have an excuse for our diabetes now.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not diabetic, but you are.
Mm-hmm.
And, because I read that lesbian and bisexual women are more likely to develop diabetes because they're stressed.
That's just crazy, though.
Yeah, so now you don't have to worry about if they call you fat. You can just say, I'm stressed because I'm fat because I'm a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Well,
it was San Diego State University found that lesbian and bisexual women experience elevated risk because of their BMI is also generally higher. So apparently, there's a lot of fat lesbians out there. The ratio, you're more likely, if you're fat, you're more likely to be a lesbian than straight. It seems like.
Yeah.
So if you're fat and straight, you got nothing. If you're fat and straight, you got
But you're allowed to get a U-Haul.
Nothing. They're still allowed to get a U-Haul. But if you're lesbian or bi, if you're fat, you can blame it on your sexual orientation, according to that study. So that's a step in the right direction, right? So maybe we don't need new doctors yet.
Yeah, well, we can always get Max's, but the downside is she paid $500 for his shots.
Really?
And
shots?
Yeah.
And they didn't call him fat. That's it.
Right. $500.
Wow.
So it is. It's
yeah.
terrible and funny at the same time. But I'm feeling like this dog needs a gunshot in a minute.
Oh, the poor dog.
Yeah, Marissa said he's just.
We gotta get the. I told you gotta get the handmaid lady with the cattle prod over.
Yeah.
I don't want to do too many spoilers, but what do you think of the season? Oh, it's really hard to watch. Isn't it hard to watch?
Yeah, I did. I watched the first episode.
It's not easy to watch, though. I'm having a hard time with it.
The first episode, well, I knew that obviously they weren't going to kill them all, but they made you think. I mean, that was like, I knew that was just a scare tactic.
Yeah.
But how far are you? 4 in? Or?
Well, there's 3 out, and I watched all 3. So I'm not. There are no spoilers because I don't want people coming in here and getting spoilers. If anyone listens, anyways. But
right.
Yeah. I'm finding it really like It was a pretty gruesome season 1. I'm having a really hard time with some of the scenes in season 2, even though they're brilliant. Like every scene is thought through very carefully, and the cinematography is amazing in this show. I'm having a hard time stomaching some of the scenes.
Yeah.
They're just so abusive.
Well, I am on one.
It's hard.
I'm kind of only like 1.5 in because I really didn't pay attention to the last half hour.
Of course you didn't.
And then our internet was down this weekend.
Yeah. Good old green light hit the crapper.
Well, what happened is we had that big wind, and it knocked out some wires in the neighborhood, so we didn't have it. And Danielle was just obsessively looking for our internet for 2 straight days. She called them having a complete hissy fit. And she
called
told
Tom Galsano?
No, she didn't call Tom Galsano because he doesn't own it yet. But she called this tech. And then she said, I go, just call back. She goes, no, what if I get the same person? I'm like, you're being ridiculous. You're not going to get the same person, right? Yeah, she calls us the same person. Yes. It's like, didn't you just call me? It's like the same one guy answering all the green light text things, right? So she got mad and she yelled at him and said, how am I supposed to watch Netflix?
She said that? Yeah. The poor guy that answers the phone.
She's having a fit, right? So listen, it's even worse. She downloads her books on her phone.
Yeah.
And she finished one book and we had no internet.
Right.
So she couldn't download the 4th, book to the series she's reading. So now she's got no internet. She can't go on the computer. She can't watch her Netflix, and she can't even download her book on the cell phone. So she's like having this complete fit. So I'm doing everything I can in my power to try to figure out how to download this stupid book. I'm like, I can't believe a book needs internet connection. Okay,
yeah, they make you go into a Wi-Fi signal to do it because it's a large.
You know what?
File.
We lost it Thursday night actually, and we didn't get it back until yesterday. But she couldn't download the book at work because she doesn't have internet at work.
Why doesn't she? Oh, she doesn't have internet.
She works for the state.
Stop at McDonald's and use.
I know.
Wi-Fi.
So now I'm like, give me your phone. I'll drive over to the kids. I'll pull in their driveway, download the book, and then come back home. Or I was like, let me go. Let me go to the neighbors and bang on her door and say, listen, can I just have your internet for 2 minutes to download this book?
Yeah, that's like the new, that's like the new, can I borrow a cup of sugar? Like,
right. Instead of can I borrow a cup of sugar, it's can I download my book off your internet connection? Yeah. Oh, so that was what happened this weekend.
Was she yipping like that puppy?
She was.
She probably sounded just like that puppy on the call line when she called that guy.
Yeah, right. I can't believe you yelled at him on the phone and said, how am I going to watch Netflix?
What is he going to do about that?
I don't know, but
Stop it. I can't even see Dan getting that mad.
Listen,
she's usually the nice one.
She is the nice one, and let me tell you, that's what was shocking. When you take away her internet, her books,
everything goes
bad. Yep.
Well, at least Cindy, you don't want to take her. Don't take her anywhere there's no service because you can't take her on a nice romantic weekend camping.
Can't you just watch cable? There's nothing on. I'm like, there's 500 channels. No.
You guys said you have cable still, and she was not happy with that?
No. And she only watches the same 3 movies: Twilight, Harry Potter, and The Matrix. And she's like, not one of them was on cable. Not one was on
God.
from Thursday till Monday for her. So she
wow.
pouted by herself in the dark in her bedroom.
Did you at